Good morning. I don't normally get into political things on this channel, but there's certain stuff we need to address, certain stuff we need to talk about when it comes to the potential of the budget. So my good friend Alex over at Southwest Sourcing sent me not just this, but a lovely message yesterday. So Alex, I know you watched the video, shout out to you. I really appreciated the message you sent. But he sent me this here with regards to some rumours that are circling what is going to happen when the budget is announced. I think it's in November, mid-November, they kind of announce it in full, but the rumours are circling. And this has given me a little bit of fear, I don't mind saying, with regards to the VAT threshold. Two things are being rumoured. One is they're going to increase the threshold to 100k, which is great. So for the people who are VAT registered, the people who are paying VAT at the moment, that's a great move for you guys, and fingers crossed that's what happens. It's a great move for us all. It's a great move for everyone, I think, in the UK who is working their arse off. And the government is just taking so much away. But the other option is more scary and more pressing to me right now. The other thing they said, the other rumour, is they're going to be decreasing it. That's right, decreasing it right the way down to £30,000. 30,000. That's going to affect, I would say, the majority of us. How can they expect that? How can we sustain that as a small business? Because I would honestly say anyone under like the threshold at the moment, I think we'd probably all agree, like we're small businesses. It's like side hustle money. It's maybe not even classed as a business. I mean, sometimes I class mine as not a business. It's not set up as a business right now. But yeah, if they was to decrease it down to 30k, the threshold, what does that mean to you? Because to me, God, I don't even want to think. Like, sometimes this business is a struggle enough at the moment with regards to finances, but yeah, I mean, as I say, there's no emergency alarm going off now in my head, because this is all rumours. We know what politics are like. Things change, new governments come in, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, right now, you have to think about this kind of thing and what would we do, how we're set up. And I don't know, I'm going to have a real think with regards to finances once again if this happens. And will we make it work? Yes, because we have to make it work. It just adds another level of pressure, of stress for us all. So yeah, and I speak to a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people who are VAT registered, and I know it's a stress and pressure for them anyway. So this is not a boo-hoo for the people who aren't VAT registered. It's just I guess a boo-hoo for us all. And things change and we adapt, and there's not much we can do, sadly. We can whinge about it. It's not going to change anything, unfortunately. The other thing I want to speak about as well is with regards to the other thing they're looking at changing, tax. So they're actually talking about raising that as well from the current tax we pay. And I think it's up by 2p. Look, I'm not smart enough really to work out the exact impact that's going to have for me, but it's another thing that's going to go up. And then the third thing I've been reading about with the budget is the stamp duty. That's going up quite a bit, even for houses between, I think it's 250k and 500k. that's going up considerably. And with us looking to move house still, that's also a worry. So yeah, as I say, I don't want to over talk politics on this channel. I don't want people to come in and have arguments over whether you're Labour, Green Party, Conservative, like each their own. I respect everyone for their political opinion. Do I have one? Now and again. Do I vote? Yes, because I think if you don't vote, you don't have a choice, and you can't have a choice to moan. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that? How would you sustain your business if they reduce the threshold down to 30k? Anyway, let's move off politics. It's not all doom and gloom, and as I said, this is just rumours right now, so don't take any of this as gospel, but it's what's being rumoured, and most of the time they get it right. But let's talk eBay. Things are going well. I say well. We always say this on the channel, that things are going well, and it's like I could always do with more money. But what I will say is, I had a good chat with quite a few people with regards to my business again. And I feel like this is a constant circle, a constant merry-go-round, a constant go with me, where I'm trying to figure things out. And it stresses me out because I've been doing this now 4 years. Last month was 4 years doing this full time. And I'm proud that I've been doing it that long. But I also look at myself and say, are you really any further ahead than you was maybe year one? And I'm probably not. I'm just kind of ticking along. And I see so many people getting so far ahead, and I'm like, oh, there must be something that I'm either not doing or I haven't worked out yet. But I spoke to a few people, and it's given me a real boost again. It's given me a real encouragement that we can figure this out once and for all. And then hopefully the next problem we have is going to be how to grow even more, because that's the problems I want, not trying to work out how to just sustain and pay the bills. Anyway, guys, we've reached the bridge. So we're out early doing the parcel drop because we've got a busy day ahead. So depending on when you're watching this, the day would have gone potentially, but I'm going to release the video as soon as I get home. Nice morning release for people. But at 10 o'clock today, and today is Wednesday, obviously bold clobber, we've got Nick and Andrea Hills on the podcast with us. A bit of a later start today. I wanted to accommodate our guests. We know Nick's a night owl as well. I saw he was actually doing a live stream last night, late listing. So yeah, really excited to have them on. I've had many chats with Nick and Andrea. I remember the first time Nick popped into one of my streams, the 24-hour stream. He came in right at the end. And I was overwhelmed because to me, Nick and Andrea are like celebrities in a weird way. They've really inspired me, and I think a lot of people, to even start this or to give it a go from the early days of the videos. So yeah, Luke and I are super excited to have a catch up with these guys, and we're going to talk a little bit about sustainability today. They've been going, I think, 25 years, and that's some going, with regards to not just reselling, but with YouTube as well. I know they've run a Facebook group before. So yeah, super excited to get them guys on, have a good chat, find out what is going on in their worlds, what their plans are, all the good stuff. Then I've got something else going on at 12 till 1. Then I'm catching up with Sam at 3 p.m. to talk over a few things. And then I've got the AI call in the group. Linda is hosting that one. She does the AI call. And we've got someone from eBay coming on who's head of AI, I think, at eBay. Or he's got a fancy title, but he does the AI stuff, shall we say, and he's coming on to actually speak to us in the group. So that's at 5 p.m. UK time. And then we've got to get the working day done. So the plan is go home, put up the video, get the work done, do the podcast, and then do some sourcing in between, really. But today's going to be a bit of a juggling act, which is fine. Not every day is like this. And I posted yesterday on my Instagram for the people who follow me over on there. Bowl finds again, same as everything. I'm getting real joy out of selling the everything items again, the non-clothing stuff. The challenge is going okay. New video on that out on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. And a little spoiler, we've made some money, which is great. But yeah, yesterday when I had a couple of non-clothing items sell, it really gave me that spark back again. It feels exciting, and I think I need that in my life. So I'm so glad I'm doing the challenge, because it's allowed myself to really think about that side a bit more again. And one of the items I sold yesterday for £50 or $49.99 wasn't part of the challenge video because we had to spend money on it, and I wasn't prepared for that. So yeah, I'm feeling positive, feeling good. We all have the stresses around what ifs and all the stuff that could happen, but I'm trying to also zone it out a bit. At the end of the day, if this thing does happen with the VAT and the tax increase, we'll figure it out like we always do. And it might be quite good for me to understand it a bit more, because honestly the VAT thing confuses the life out of me. No matter how many times people talk about it, talk about the different schemes, I'm always like, someone just do it for me. And again, that's not the way to run your own business. You've got to wear multiple hats in this business. You've got to be marketer, salesman, sourcer, financial director. You've got to do it all yourself. Yes, you can get help, but you might never understand it if you get help. Anyway, we've arrived. See you next time.